Hola, ¿qué tal? Bueno, hoy vamos a ver un poquitito de presente simple y de presente continuo. Son tiempos que no son desconocidos para ustedes, no es una novedad. Llevamos lidiando con estos tiempos verbales pues desde primaria, por lo menos. Y bueno, son tiempos muy fáciles, ¿vale? Vamos a hacer una breve exposición teórica donde veremos sus usos, veremos su estructura, veremos palabras clave que nos ayudan a identificar estos tiempos. Y bueno, después yo siempre les recomiendo hacer algo de práctica para consolidarlo y bueno, cualquier duda que les surja durante o después pueden comentarla aquí, ¿vale? Así que bueno, vamos a ello.
Present simple in English is used to talk about facts and daily routines. And it is also very important to bear in mind that some verbs in English are always in simple tenses, okay? And those verbs are stative verbs. We have in English some keywords to help us to distinguish present simple tense from other tenses. And these are frequency adverbs and time expressions. For example, always, often, seldom, usually, occasionally, sometimes, rarely, generally, never, once or twice, frequently, every day, every week, every month, okay? And it is very important that you remember that frequency adverbs are always placed before the main verb. Although when we use to be verb, the frequency adverb is after the verb. For example, I am always happy. Always is placed after to be, okay? And stative verbs are those verbs that express emotions and feelings like love or hate, opinion like think or believe, perception like smell or see, prices and measures like weight or cost, and possession like have. Okay, the structure is very easy because you only have to have in mind that depending on the subject, the verb will end with s or es or not. For example, if we have a subject that is a third person singular, the verb will end with s or es. If not, the verb is written or said in the same way you find it in a dictionary. For instance, he likes cars. Okay? He is a third person singular, so the verb ends with s. But if we say we like cars, okay, we is a first person plural, so like doesn't end with s, okay? In the negative form, we just add the auxiliary verb in negative. The auxiliary verb in negative in present simple tense is do or does. So it would be, it would be he doesn't like cars. As the es is present in the auxiliary verb, you see here, we don't need the s ending in the main verb. So like is written in the same way you find it in a dictionary. Or if we take the same sentence below, say, we don't like cars. Okay, perfect. And now the question form. The auxiliary again is do or does. So following this structure, the question would be, does he like cars? Again, es ending is in the auxiliary verb, so we mustn't write likes, okay? Or do we like cars? And that's present simple tense. Present continuous is used to talk about actions in process, extended actions in time, or near future. And we also have some keywords to help us. For example, now, right now, at the moment, or this year, at present, today, these days, this month, this evening, tonight, tomorrow, next Monday, next week, next year. And the structure is also very, very easy. In this case, we must write to be verb in present tense before the main verb. So it would be, for instance, he is, and now the verb ending in ing is playing football. Okay? We have here to be verb and the verb ending in ing. Another example would be we are playing football. In negative, we just add a not after to be verb. For instance, he is not, or you can say isn't, playing football. And in the question form, following this structure, it would be, is he playing football? To be verb is here, subject here, and verb ending in ing here. And that's it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in class or here in comments.